Playing a video game started out as simple as using a button and a joystick to make your favorite 8-bit character parkour magical obstacles or rip somebody's spine open, depending on what you were playing. It was those early gaming systems that set the standard for the first home console controllers, and even up to today where we've got advanced stuff like the DualSense controller, which isn't just a controller anymore, but an interactive one. When those triggers get tight on me in an immersive game, I'll either be amazed or try to test my strength against the imaginary AI. The robots can't be smarter and stronger than me. So controllers have come a long way, no doubt, but even though each gaming platform has its own, dedicated and licensed controllers, there are situations where having that first party piece of plastic just isn't able to happen. Maybe you asked grandma for a new Wii controller one day and she went to the pawn shop and bought a Wii stick. It's not bad, it's just shit happens. Whatever the case may be, there's people out here with third-party controllers and accessories to various consoles and hardware, aka controllers that aren't manufactured by the original console company directly and not even endorsed by the company, just some random business that decided to make a cheap controller and sell it to the nearest dollar store. And it's been like that since day one. There's always been a market for cheaper game accessories, especially when the controllers hit prices that compete against the games at retail themselves. But it seems like Microsoft has had enough of letting it slide for all these years and want to cut their ties with any association with these kinds of accessories. In a recent update, Microsoft silently implemented a new policy where they're blocking any accessories not on their list of accepted third-party controllers to be used on the latest Xbox console. People have recently noted that when they try to plug in various types of third-party devices, not just controllers, they get an error screen that tells you have until November 12th to use these unlicensed accessories, and on that day going forward, it's going to be banned on the console. Basically saying, you got 2 weeks to get a job and chuck up the 50 bones to get a new Xbox controller, take it or leave it. And as you can imagine, this isn't happening to any device within Xbox's sphere of third-party stuff, like the Power A brand or, whatever else is out there. I don't really know them all. But you see, why exactly Xbox is enforcing this new rule is kinda unclear. People online don't know if it's whether to crack down on external cheating hardware like XIM, whether it's to keep players to only use the hardware that Xbox is selling so they can make more money, but honestly, I think it's a mixture of both reasons since they're both likely going to happen following this new change, basically killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Now, outside of forcing people to buy more expensive Xbox hardware, the only other negative thing about this is that it's blocking out third-party hardware that is actually legal and good to use, like the adapters and fighting boards by Brook Gaming. I'm using Brook Gaming as an example because they've recently claimed that their devices were affected by this ban, and they're taking the next steps in fixing this issue so that their customers can continue using their products. Not to mention that their stuff is also not anything close to cheap, so Xbox might have riots on their hands if they don't end this peacefully. But luckily, when it comes to the grand scope of gaming controllers, Xbox doesn't have the most expensive ones on the market, as long as you're going for the bare minimum at your local store. It is still sad to see other accessories, might not be supported anymore or, for the time being when people all have their own situations, but hopefully going forward, everyone can find a way to enjoy Xbox in their own way. So what do you guys think about this, new ban on, certain Xbox controllers? Feel free to comment down below. And as always, if you like on the video, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you on the next one.